Hello, I'm Franklin Marshall III.
And this is Cyrus, and this is the podcast where we interview people with podcasts.
So, where's our guest?
We didn't have a guest today.
Is that so?
I mean, there's so much magic here.
Yeah.
Do we even need guests? It's more of a rhetorical
well,
question.
I don't know. Well, who was our?
So I can't say the person's name. So we landed a bit of controversy.
Is that so?
Yeah.
Why?
So last week we were making some jokes.
That's what we do.
Yeah, that's what we do. I poke fun at you. You poke fun at me.
Well, yeah, we're comedians.
Yeah, that's
we make comedies.
That's true. That's what we do.
I mean, maybe not you so much.
I mean, mine is
Yeah,
apparently not. I make hate speech. That's what I do.
Is that so?
That's
Did
according.
somebody say that?
According to some peoples on the internet.
Really, the interweb people.
Yeah, remember when I was making jokes like, "Oh, you have a bad back," and I thought that's what
Yeah.
weak genes, you would die from COVID first.
Yeah, that's horrible.
Yeah, clearly a nightmare.
Yeah,
Someone said that was ableist.
What? What's that mean?
You tell me, Franklin. You brought it up last week.
I know. I can't believe that happened. So the guest didn't want any fire coming at him.
So yeah, me and this person got into some heated TikTok exchange. I won, by the way.
Oh.
Nice. And then but there's a lot of flack around it. They didn't really know us that well. They're like, you know what? It's a little crazy. I don't want to be a part of this.
Okay. Well, we can do without them.
Yeah.
But let me ask you, what did you get for winning?
I got like 2,000 new TikTok followers.
Yeah?
Yeah.
You get like
I got the validation of a bunch of 13-year-olds.
Oh wow.
So
this is a big career move for you.
Yeah, this is a step in the right direction.
That's fantastic.
You know.
So I have preparation for the guest that was gonna come, but so can I do it to you?
Yeah, I mean, I say first, let's talk about how do you feel about the ableism that was thrown your way?
I figured we'd just move on and not discuss it.
Oh, I think we should try to see if we get 2,000 more views.
Well, look, the way I think about all that stuff, right? If you're making a joke within a context of a joke, it's a joke.
Yeah.
And offensive humor is called offensive humor, like for a reason. That's why it's called offensive, because it's offensive, but it's funny, So there's a difference between like, going up to somebody who maybe, is disabled or such and going like, you're so-and-so. Like, that's not cool if it's like on side. But if you're like a comedian and you're making a joke and you're experimenting with arts or you're with a friend, that's like, that's on the person. Here's what I think about all this. I'm gonna say one general thing, and then we'll kind of settle this. The only like control you have in life is how you react. You can't control how other people act or what they say, and words and actions are very different. Like if I said I'm gonna punch you in the face but didn't, versus punching you in the face, like those are two different things.
Widely.
Yeah. Or like if I said, I'm going to touch you in the dick, and then I said, really touched, and I like really touched you there, like that's different, than just saying I would touch you there.
I don't know why you went down to that example. It seems oddly specific.
Now,
do you want to unpack that a little more? Or no?
Like unpack your...
No, all right. No.
Is that...
I mean, for me, what I am really... I'm really annoyed by it. This is the weird thing. Like, I've done comedy for a while.
Yeah.
I've performed various comedy clubs across the country. I was in Vegas, resident for a while. I've never had a problem with offensive comedy in person.
No, me either.
This is a weird phenomenon that only happens on the internet.
Yeah, well, it's because it's easy, right, to go top, right? Because it's a one-way street there. If you're in person at a comedy club where the context is this is a comedy club, you're going there to see comedy. Comedians may be offensive. They may not be. Then it's like the person in the audience doesn't have the cojones to go, hey, mister, and stand, because they're going to get...
I think it's also, you just see and you know what's going on. These people, like, first of all, I think the people that get offended really don't leave their house. So hey, you're chronically online. You're just in your home all day, making up the crazy story.
Yeah, it's easy to just,
And what really, and honestly, this is one thing that like was brought up, and I've seen this happen a bunch online. The whole punching down thing.
What's that mean?
It's like you can't punch someone that are beneath you or something. I don't really understand because
why that's like if you have the higher ground. Like
Yeah,
Obi-Wan
clearly.
had the higher ground
Yeah.
against Anakin, and he like told him like, this is what punching down means.
Yeah,
Like if
exactly.
you jump, it's not gonna be good.
Yeah.
And what happened? You know, I hate you. You know
Yeah.
that whole thing.
Yeah, that's a great point.
Yeah.
I'm glad Obi-Wan didn't subscribe to punching down.
So I feel like the argument is settled just by watching that one scene.
That's a great point.
Thank you.
Yeah. Thank you, Franklin, for that
Yeah.
word of
Well,
wisdom.
you know that's what I'm here for. Well, look, I'll just say this. I was not offended.
Yeah, of course you weren't.
Well, I think I brought it up too. So.
Do you know what's actually really funny? What's really funny is like after every episode, almost after everything we do, I always ask you afterwards, did I make fun of you too much?
You did.
I always do that because I never really want to
Yeah,
like
it bothers
bully
me
you.
because I'm like, stop asking me that.
Because you know,
I get offended when you ask me if you were offended.
Yeah.
Actually, I do. I get offended when people ask, you know, if they're offended.
I mean, I really get upset when people say, "Oh, you're punching down." It's like, well, these people are beneath you. Are you saying like, oh, like handicap? So someone with a bad back is Franklin's not beneath me because you got a bad back.
Oh, I see what you mean. So it's like you can't make fun of people
Like they
who
can't,
are of lower intelligence.
like I don't know, lower status or something.
But
Like,
isn't that kind of like the point?
yeah. First of all, if you're saying these people are just as good as other people, but you can't
No,
make
no,
fun of them
no.
because you're punching down.
Well, look. There's a difference between making a joke and like if I said I'm not going to support this cause. You know, like there's a difference between like supporting a cause, giving money to a
Yeah.
cause, or that's all good. These are things we support.
Yeah.
Like we're very inclusive and you know liberal, you know, kind of guys who support all kinds of people and all sorts of things. But like we also support freedom of speech and freedom of expression and art and being able to joke around about all that stuff.
Yeah.
Because if you're not allowed to do that, how can you have a conversation about any of it? If you can't, if you have the fear of speaking because you're afraid if you say the wrong thing, somebody's going to jump down your throat, then how can you learn if that thing that you were about to say was offensive in itself? Now let's
And one last thing
okay.
I want to add.
Yeah, I wanted the last word, but go ahead.
If you truly care about ableism and helping people with, you know, like physical deformities, sleep with Franklin Marshall.
Yeah.
Really put your money where your mouth is, or put your pussy where your mouth, whatever. Sleep with Franklin.
Yeah. So now let's move on. Okay. So I have some facts.
Okay.
From my app, and here we go.
It was such a hit last week. We were
What
bringing
was
it back.
Okay. Billy goats urinate on their own heads to smell more attractive to females. Now, my question is, does it work for humans too? Like, if I were to urinate on your head, would that?
No, you got to urinate on your own head. Billy goats. If you pee on my head, then it's frowned upon.
Okay, what if a goat peed on your head?
No, I think you got to be your own, the same species urine.
I have to pee on my own head?
Yeah,
That's not physically possible.
you could do that.
How could I do that?
You're already like halfway bent over. You just got to point up when you pee.
That's another back joke. You're
Yeah. I mean, I think Armenians do that, but with cologne. They just douse themselves with cologne.
No, but it's interesting how billy goats, like, how'd they figure that out? Like, who was the first billy goat to go, I got pee on my head?
The real question is, what was the first lady billy goat who was like, damn, he smells good.
No, that urine. Wow.
Yeah, wow.
Oh.
Todd,
Oh.
what are you?
No, Billy.
I piss on my head. Don't tell me more. Just
Oh.
fuck me.
I just think, like, we should be exploring. For example, they found the genes in a jellyfish that make it immortal. Why can't they find the genes in a billy goat's urine that make that attracted to females so we could bottle that and give it out?
I'm worried about where you learn about that jellyfish. Like, but what did you watch before you went to the jellyfish page,
I'm a
Franklin?
reader, a man of the news.
Okay, all
I
right.
say that all the time. If you put Viagra in a case, it will make flowers stand up straight. Oh, a vase. If you put it in a vase, it will make flowers stand up straight for a whole week beyond the normal time.
That wasn't a joke. That was a bit. There's no way that's a fact.
That's a fact.
That's not a fact. That was a joke.
Fact. It says fact.
I don't believe that's a fact.
Listen
for
to
a
me.
second.
Listen to me. Fact. And then I read the fact.
Are you Are you workshopping jokes on our podcast?
No.
I don't believe that's it.
I had a joke after that. It was about if that works.
What happens?
Is that how it works?
What happens if you put a blue rhino in the face?
No.
instead
I'm
of
wondering if when you take Viagra, does it make the plants in your room stand up?
No.
Do you ever have like ideas like maybe I'd have sex with that plant? That's not.
No.
That's not like. Yeah.
I have a question. Instead of Viagra, what if you use a gas station boner pill, like a blue rhino?
Why are you pointing at the note card like there's going to be an answer for that in the note card?
You did the research. Maybe there's something on there. I think if you put like a blue rhino in the pill, it becomes like a.
What's a blue rhino?
It's like the gas station boner pills.
What do you mean?
You know, you go to 7-Eleven and there's all these like pills.
No, I don't go to 7.
Like that are like super extreme manpower 4, and it's like behind the case.
And it works.
It works, but it's aggressive.
So you've tried it.
Oh yeah, I've tried it before. It doesn't.
Tell me about that experience.
It's.
How did it make you feel?
It works, but it's definitely like you get a really severe headache.
Yeah, but like, is the headache so severe that it takes away from the pleasure?
No, but honestly, you stay erect for so long, it's not even fun. It's just you
How
just
long?
want it to end. A while.
What's a while?
Like a long time.
Be specific.
It's like I mean you can
5 hours, 10 hours.
I mean at least 45 minutes you can go.
45 minutes. I stay hard longer than that without a pill. I'm hard right now. I mean I've been hard all day.
You just see a doctor. Like when if I have if erections last more than 3 hours, you're supposed to see a physician.
Okay. Each year, more people are killed by teddy bears than grizzly bears. That's a fact.
Dude, these are not facts.
That's a fact. How do you feel about that?
How they die? How is a teddy bear killing these people?
I didn't read that far. But like, that's my question. Like, how are you being killed by a teddy bear?
Yeah, how are you being killed by a teddy bear?
Or suffocation? You
Yeah,
know? Or is it like Chucky? You know? Or is it like Ted from Ted, the movie with Mark what's his name? He's from Boston.
Wahlberg.
Yeah, that's the one.
Yeah, that doesn't sound like a real fact. Are they animating?
No.
Are there a bunch of evil teddy bears?
No, they're real bears.
I don't like this fact. I don't like that fact. That fact seems.
You want me? Okay.
Yeah, let's go to the next fact. This one's.
The majority of people. It's just I know how you're gonna react. Okay. The majority of people in Iceland believe in elves.
Oh, we've already been over this.
No. We talked about elf whisperers, but we didn't talk about that. The majority of people in Iceland actually believe in
Well, that's
elves.
a logical conclusion. If you have an elf whisperer, you have to believe in elves.
Really, that's a deduction.
That's kind of a reasonable assumption.
Okay, well, it's just a call.
I mean, Iceland
it's
is
a callback.
I mean, people always talk about how advanced Scandinavian culture is. Another great
Do
example of
they
it.
say that? Is that something?
Yeah, people be like, "Oh, Scandinavia, they're so nice up there.
I don't-
They believe in elves."
I don't think anybody said that.
A lot of people say. I said it right now.
Well,
I don't think anyone's died of a teddy bear either. But here we are.
You're wrong. It's a fact.
These facts feel less authentic. From on the phone, they were somewhat real. These hard facts.
Sperm whales stop all non-essential bodily functions while diving for prey.
That's
I
not
don't know
difficult
about
to do.
that because I've been there, buddy.
You've been in a sperm whale?
Sperm. When
What?
I was a sperm in the.
That's different than a sperm whale.
Do you know that actually I heard, I don't know if it's a fact, you actually don't race in the sperm don't race. It's not like a race. It's actually the thing, the egg, the womb thing, that it chooses for you. It like chooses. It like attracts them like gravity.
Is it like Wheel of Fortune? Is it?
No, it's like Tinder.
Yeah, it's like Tinder. It's swiping right, swiping left.
In Alaska,
By the way, honestly, that's not a very impressive fact.
I didn't say it was
It was
impressive.
like the fact that I can stop all my body functions when I die. That's like anyone can stop bodily
Let me
functions.
ask you a
It's not
question.
that difficult to stop your body
Let
functions.
me ask you a question. Would you rather be buried or like burned into ashes? Like, how do you want to be dead?
There's these things where they bury you and you turn to a tree. I want to be one of those things.
do you know you're a tree when like you're conscious?
No, you're dead, and they just put you in this like thing, and a tree grows out of you. It's like a
Only,
little pod.
huh?
Yeah,
So so like Groot, like the
yeah, kind of like grew,
huh?
but no talking, and you're just a stationary tree.
But like you get pissed on by a lot of dogs.
Depends where the tree's located.
What about tree huggers? Would that bother you?
That would kind of bother me a little bit.
Yeah, I
They
would be
probably complain
frozen.
about punching down while they were hugging me.
I
I'm
I
like,
I,
get out.
I would be frozen.
Yeah, oh, like Walt Disney.
Yeah, so just in case like one day they figure out how to bring me back.
You want to be like one of those heads in Futurama, just floating around?
I mean, I'd be alive.
Is that a life, Franklin?
Yeah.
Just be a floating head.
If you're alive, you're alive.
Mm.
You can be dead inside.
What happens if you're just the head floating? Do you get like horny?
In Alaska, it's illegal to knowingly be drunk in a bar. How do you know if you're drunk in a? Well, I guess you would. Well, how would you know? Well, could you be high? Could you be buzzed? Could you be a little drunk?
I mean, what other way is there be if you're in Alaska than drunk?
That's what I mean. There's
You
no,
should be forced to be drunk at
Yeah.
all times in Alaska.
and there's like how many people there?
Like
So it's
10.
like, yeah. So I guess that's how they know if you're drunk. Like, oh, there's Bob again. Bob back to jail. You know, you.
I don't think they're enforcing that law. All there are is drunkards in Alaska.
Okay. It is illegal for men in Florida to wear strapless gowns.
I mean, of all the things a Florida man does, that's the least harmless thing.
Well, my question is like, does that mean it's legal for men to wear a strap on?
Yeah, I mean, everyone has standards.
So it's a strap. You can be strapped on, but not strapless.
Yeah, come on. This is a civilized. It's not the best. It's a civilized society.
Does it matter what you do with the strap on?
Well, it's the straps of the dress. Like, I mean, come on. Like a strapless dress and a man, that's whorish.
What
At
is-
least have a little class.
Well, I actually don't really get what a strapless dress looks like.
You know, there's like the shoulders strapless. There's nothing over the shoulders.
I don't know. Imagining you with it on is ruining.
Yeah,
this
don't do
whole-
that. Like,
Well, you were doing this.
Yeah.
Like, look, it's
Like just bare man shoulders in a dress. That's whorish.
Okay. It is illegal to kill Sasquatch in British Columbia, Canada. Law created in the 1800s. It's a 100,000 fine without a hunting license. So if you have a hunting
Oh,
license,
I can kill Sasquatch. Correct.
Well-
You just gotta get the license, and is it free?
yeah, I guess if you have the license.
So it's more of a licensing issue than it is a Sasquatch issue.
Yeah, I didn't read that part.
I like that. I like that to protect the Sasquatch.
Well, if you could go out and hunt for Sasquatch, would you do it?
I'd hunt him, but I'd want to befriend him.
Do you believe him?
Oh,
like
I can
in
see
it?
a Sasquatch being real.
Yeah?
Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
open to this.
You're open to how about the Loch Ness monster?
I'm less open to that one.
Yeah?
But but I'd be happy if it was real.
Yeah?
Yeah,
How about Olivia Munn?
definitely not real. That's
Yeah.
that's an
She's too
android.
beautiful.
Yeah,
That's
that's
not possible.
android.
Yeah,
I think it's CGI.
absolutely.
I've never
Like-
seen. Have you seen her in real life?
No, but like Judi Dench too, because she is what I would do to her.
Is she alive still, Judi Dench?
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like, she's just so majestic.
Is this a Golden Girl?
In Wyoming, it's illegal. In Wyoming, it's illegal to use a firearm to catch fish while fishing. Here's my question. What if the fish are armed with arms and firearms?
First off, I thought Wyoming was a free state. It wasn't like one of these.
What do you mean?
I thought it was one of those like states where you're free to do whatever you wanted to do. I didn't know they had all these.
What made you?
All of a sudden, the commies are taking over Wyoming.
Oh, hold on. It's not
and
Canada.
now we can't shoot fish with a gun.
Whoa. Wyoming's not Canada. It's still America.
Yeah, I mean, I thought it was a.
Canada, you can do what you want.
I mean, Canada's got more rules.
Yeah, Canada's
I
great.
thought America was a free country. I in the Constitution, it's life, liberty, pursuit of happiness. I think shooting fish with a gun falls under pursuit of happiness.
Okay. In
Big L for Wyoming, honestly.
yeah?
Yeah.
All right.
They say we're the libtards, and that
Yeah,
you can't shoot a fish with a gun in
you're
Wyoming.
really pigeonholed in our demographic here.
Yeah, I'm pandering to the base.
In Pennsylvania, it is illegal to engage in tarot card reading, fortune telling, or any similar psychic readings for financial gain. And if you are a psychic, you would know that.
I feel like I like the financial gain part. I feel like you should be a psychic for love of being a psychic.
Yeah, like therapy.
Yeah, I don't.
Yeah, or doctors,
Yeah.
or like money.
Explain the last one.
Like you should. I believe you wake up in the morning, you should get a check for just waking up. Like you should be paid for living. Like people are like, there's nothing worse than death. I'm like, you're living it. You know, this is it. You know, we should be paid to live in this.
Take it up with your congressman.
In the 19th century, experts warned women about a disease called bicycle face, which meant getting stuck with awkward faces while riding a bicycle. How do you feel about that?
This was when?
This was in the 19th century, and it evolved into a resting bitch face.
You know what? Medicine back in the day was better. I feel like they focused on the real issues. Looking weird about your bicycle, giving their patients cocaine.
Well,
that was good medicine.
where in that is there medicine talk?
Well, you said doctors, didn't you?
Experts.
Well, I assume there were doctors were the experts. Is it safe to assume? Let's really sit into these cards. Let's take some time on this.
It
next
is
card.
illegal to dress as a clown with intent to cause harm in Connecticut.
That is a good law. That is a very good, very reasonable law. Like we need. These are the good laws we need on the books.
Okay, I'll tell you what.
That good law. Shooting fish with a gun, bad law.
Okay, out of all those things I read, which is your favorite law?
Oh, easily the clown. That's
Yeah,
a good law. You should be
good.
able to dress as a clown and cause harm.
Yeah, I agree with you.
That's protecting the people.
It is Okay. Last fact, and then I'll switch, or you'll go into your thing.
Okay, I think we have a lot of time left. How much time do we have left?
Don't do
let's
that
go.
during the thing.
I like that. I like
I gotta
breaking
cut that out now.
No, we don't have to cut that out.
Okay. Sea turtles don't retract into their shells. That's all. They don't. Like some turtles retract, but sea turtles don't. And you know what it made me think of? Uncircumcised penis.
This just makes me more uncomfortable.
Like a circumcised, a sea turtle is a circumcised penis, right? Okay. But a normal turtle is an uncircumcised penis because it's got to go back in the shell, pock out like a peekaboo. Boop, peekaboo, peekaboo. But a sea turtle doesn't have to do that. So it's like circumcised. They even look like penis.
So I mean, so when I don't think there's anything wrong with this for the record. I think if this is what you're into, I think I support you. But like, yeah, you've been known
Well,
to stroke your willy to sea turtles, and now you're saying sea turtles are like uncircumcised. So are you saying you like to stroke yourself? Are you thinking about is this like an allegory? Is this the sea turtle? Do you whack to the sea turtle because you're uncomfortable by your attraction to
I don't like
to
every
penis?
time I bring up turtles.
You brought up turtles first of all, and I don't.
Yes.
You didn't need to bring up the turtles. You brought up the turtles, and then you brought up that's like a penis. So I feel like is this? Are you? Do you need to like? I'll support you with whoever you like, Franklin.
Well, it's because you're a very liberal guy. But my thing here is nothing to do with whacking it to turtles. I never whacked it to turtles.
I mean,
That's a
we
whole
have
lie.
film
No,
evidence
no,
of
it's
you
a lie
whacking it to turtles.
perpetuated by you. You like to perpetuate lies, and you're perpetuating that one. Number one. Number two, I just appreciate them. They're wonderful creatures, and I thought you would be interested in that fact. Because
That's not very interesting at
because
all.
you have a peekaboo, right?
Yeah, I'm very proud of my peekaboo.
Yeah. So I thought maybe you.
I'm glad it's not sea turtle like. That makes me more comfortable, honestly.
Okay. How do you feel about this? In 2011, a woman bought a non-visible, I guess invisible is the same thing, invisible piece of art.
What?
Somebody bought a piece of art that was invisible.
Honestly, respect to the artist.
for $10,000.
That was the finesse of the century.
Yeah.
What a she was bamboo. What did she do? She just hanged up air on the wall.
No, it's like an NFT, goes nowhere.
An NFT, at least you can show it on your phone.
Yeah, but what happens when you don't have a phone?
You don't have the art. What happens to that art? Oh, how do you even? She just gave $10,000 to this guy.
Okay, wait.
This guy's like the con artist of the century.
He's the artist of the century.
He sold air.
You know, I never con artist. Are they different? I don't know. I don't think so.
Conning is a form of art.
That's what
one of the oldest forms of art.
Actually, you're right.
I mean, why haven't you sold air yet to the lady? You should hit this guy up because
I've tried. I tried selling bags of air.
Oh yeah, I think I remember that.
Yeah, I close the bag. I say $5.
You see the bag's in the way. You should just hand it to the air like that guy. here's some air.
Yeah, it could be like a live show, air. Or like, you know how they do in the church where they put the thing in your mouth and then the wine, everybody gets in line?
Communion, yeah.
Yeah, that one. I was thinking I'd do the same thing, but with air.
I like that.
Yeah, here's the air.
You should talk to that guy. Hit him up. We should get that guy on. Can we get that artist on the show? I want to talk. I want to talk to the guy
I don't know.
who sold air.
Let's talk to our producer.
Okay.
Pretzels, you'll like this one. Pretzels were invented by an Italian monk who used the treats to bribe kids into memorizing scripture. So, let me say that again. Pretzels were invented by an Italian monk who used the treats to bribe kids into memorizing scripture.
I mean, whenever I hear
That's catch case, isn't it?
yeah, whenever I hear, I think we need to
He
call
had a van.
call Dateline.
No, he had a van called the Pretzel Van.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I think it's true.
This
you know?
is
that was the start of the
I think we need to get Chris Hansen to find this monk.
No, it's like, you know, they asked Bill Burr, you know, did you go too far with the Catholic Church joke? And he said, don't you think the Catholic Church went too far? And I'm saying, maybe this all started with the Italian monks going too far.
It definitely started. He was the blueprint.
Pretzels are really good.
Yeah.
I love pretzels.
I mean, you could lure me in with a pretzel if I was 6.
I love pretzels.
I mean, yeah. Get called Dateline. Start looking at these pretzels.
You had some things you wanted to throw at me. Not physically, metaphorically, obviously.
Yeah. I think you guys wanted to, talk about anime and Star Wars.
I don't want to talk about it. What is that?
I thought you want to talk about this.
Is that what you want to talk about?
We can talk about this, yeah.
No,
this is very loose.
What I said was, bring something you want to talk about.
Yeah. We should. It's very popular these days. Anime. You guys, you even talk.
No, I said I don't know what anime is.
Oh, I thought you like anime.
No, I have no idea. What?
You like anime?
Why would I like something?
You look like someone who would like anime.
What do they look like?
Unathletic.
I mean, you're not. The thing is, you're not wrong, because, like, I'm absolutely not athletic.
Yeah.
But I don't see the connection there between anime, because I've seen all I mean, okay, I love the new one, Soul, or Lightyear, like, I love that.
What's that?
Or Toy Story, great one.
It's not anime, but
So,
it's like
no,
animation.
you're right. I mean, I do like them, but it's just like I'm not obsessed. So I don't know why I said that, because it's like I'm not obsessed with like Pixar and Dream. Like, I like Shrek, it's great anime, but like I'm not like obsessed. I guess people who like that do look
Yeah. Well, there's actually a weird trend now where there's actually like really ripped people who like anime. There's a new thing in the last like 3 years where like attractive people are really into anime.
Yeah.
Like hot girls, and then also just people who go to the gym a lot.
They just like watch. They watch Cars and Toy Story a lot.
Well, it's more Japanese cartoons, anime.
What?
Like it's Japanese cartoons, it's anime. Like Japanese shows.
What is?
You ever see Dragon Ball Z? I just watched that recently.
Is that?
There's a movie in the movie theaters.
That's a video game?
It's a video game and an anime. It's a Japanese cartoon. They made it into a video game.
So no, I'm confused. Anime is not animation?
Yeah, it's Japanese animation is anime.
So it's like different than Toy Story?
Yeah, it's different than Toy Story.
A whole new genre?
Yeah.
What's that all about? Oh, is that like, it's like where they do
No, that's a different thing.
intercourse together.
That's called hentai.
It's cartoon intercourse.
That's called hentai. That's a subset of anime. It's like a different
Was it-
genre.
So it's a
'Cause
genre.
you know, there's like Looney Tunes, which is like Warner Brothers, and then there's Pixar.
Okay.
Now there's like anime, and then there's
Uh-huh.
like hentai.
Yeah. So hentai is like a subcategory of Looney Tunes?
Yeah, in Japan, kind of.
Wow, that's amazing. So like what do you do with that? You watch that stuff?
No, I watch regular anime,
Not the
not the sex
hentai?
ones. No.
So what kind of regular animes do you watch, and what's like the best one? Like if you could say Franklin, you
Yeah.
gotta watch this anime. It's the best anime in the world. What would it be?
I think a good one you might like is Naruto. It's a really good one. Naruto.
Naruto sounds like narcotics.
It does sound a little bit like narcotics. Yeah.
Is it anything to do with narcotics?
No, nothing. It's about. It has ninjas.
Are there drugs in it?
No, there's ninjas.
So there are no cartoons doing drugs.
No, I don't think so.
Is it offensive to call anime cartoon if it's not?
I personally don't mind, but some people deep in the nerd game will
Is
care.
that so?
Yeah.
Okay, so narcotic. What was it called?
N-
Narcotic.
Naruto. Yeah.
I'm gonna mess that up forever.
Yeah, I know.
Okay, so narcotic toe.
Yeah.
That's the
Narcotic
one I
Toe.
should watch. What's that about?
It's about ninjas.
Ninjas.
Yeah, like kid ninjas growing up.
It's a kids show
Yeah.
about narcotics.
No, about ninjas.
About ninjas
Yeah.
who are like busting people for narcotics, or
No, they fight some guys at once. It's complicated, but like they say, it's a young village outcast ninja who grows into like the strongest warrior.
it's kind of like a weak log line. You know, you didn't really sell me on that. I don't think I'm gonna watch this now.
You're not gonna watch it anyways,
That's
Franklin.
probably true.
Yeah,
Now, tell me more about this. So like, what's the difference between an anime?
it's just a drawing style.
Okay, that
Drawing
makes-
style. Also, animes tend to be like,
Is it in
deeper.
English?
you can get it. Some are dubbed, some mostly subtitles.
I don't like dubbed things,
Yeah,
and I don't like reading, so I'm probably not gonna watch it.
you're not gonna like it really much. You much not like television
I
because
like-
everything's either
I
dubbed.
like the idea though of the cartoon.
You can just watch it in
intercourse.
Japanese and just figure it out.
That's an idea.
Yeah, you can just learn Japanese.
They love me in Japan, actually.
Yeah, they do love you. I remember that.
No, they do. I have
Yeah.
a lot of fans in Japan. That's
Yeah.
a true story. So they're probably offended that I didn't know this, but so like the cartoonish intercourse. Can we get back to talk about that?
You don't want to watch because it's not normal. It's all there's monsters involved.
That
there's
sounds
robots.
exciting.
Yeah,
That's
you
like
know what you
that's
might
like the
and see
best of
Turtle
all
Boy.
worlds. That's like, oh my God, look at this great story about monsters and wizards and elves, and they're
No.
doing all this fighting, and then all of a sudden, oh my God, I think I'm in love with you. Yeah, you want to do dirty things, and then they touch each other, like touch my weird elf ears. Oh, that feels so good, and then and it's like, you know, sparks fly out, and like wizard lightning, and like lightning into the intercourse female part where it's like a triangle. I don't want to say vagina, but it's a vagina, and it goes in. Lightning goes into the vagina, and that sounds exciting.
I think you. I don't like where this is going, Franklin.
Where's what? Why the you? It's just going natural. It's on a.
No, like I just don't.
We're
like,
going on
I,
a
no,
journey,
I
like
don't,
the hobbits.
I'd like. I think you should. I think it's time for you to have sex with a real woman, man. I think
Okay.
these fantasies. I don't think they're healthy for you, man.
Well, okay. So anime. That's like a big thing. You like that?
Yeah.
Okay. So
You like Star Wars, right? You watch Star Wars.
yeah, I like Star Wars. Yeah.
Okay.
I know all
Let's
that.
figure out what nerd you like. Do you like X-Men? Do you like the
I like
movies?
Marvel and I like Star Wars. If I was a Marvel superhero,
Well, yeah. Which is your favorite one?
if I was a Marvel superhero, I'd be
Ant-Man.
Iron deficiency man. Iron deficiency. Do you see what I did there? Yeah, iron
Yeah, I
deficiency.
saw what
Because
you
like
did there.
Iron Man, but iron.
How
like
long have you had
deficient-
that in the back
A
burner?
long time.
Like,
a
how
long
long?
time.
How long have you been sitting on that joke for?
Since Iron Man came out in 2009.
Yeah, I didn't like Iron Man, the first
Yeah,
one.
because he had iron
the second one.
deficiency.
He had too much iron, honestly.
Why you like Iron
I
Man?
thought the bad guys in the Iron Man movies were very, except for the third one, they were really bad.
I like
The first one was awful. It was the dude in a knockoff Iron Man suit. It's like, who's gonna win? Clearly, Iron Man.
what
It was the dude from The Big Lebowski. Was the bad guy?
I think you're watching different movie.
No, that was the real movie.
It's like Bollywood.
No, who was the bad guy? It was Jeff Bridges was the bad guy in Iron Man 1.
Don't ever disrespect the dude.
But he's not a good villain.
No, yeah, he was a great villain.
No, he wasn't.
No, and he would even say right now, that's emotional weather, man.
He
that's emotional weather. Get that out of here.
that plot. It was
No.
the dude in a knockoff Iron Man suit. He had no chance against Iron
Jeff
Man.
Bridges can do no wrong.
He didn't do anything wrong. He was just poorly
No,
cast.
he was great.
And
He's-
the second bad
he's
guy,
amazing.
it was who was that guy? It was the guy from the boxer or the fighter or whatever.
Mickey Rourke.
Yeah, and then it was like it was him and the other guy. They basically Eiffel Towered the bad guy with lasers to defeat him. I was like, this was
Okay.
terrible. But the third one I liked. It was just unpopular opinion. These are all unpopular
Do you
opinions.
like Star Wars?
Yeah, I like Star Wars.
How do you feel about so I just heard Ron Johnson is gonna make 3 more Star Wars movies.
I thought they canceled them though.
No, they didn't cancel.
Or they pushed it out farther.
It's
So
back on, baby. How
Why?
you feel about that? Yeah, I
Not
don't
good.
like it. Yeah.
I didn't like his last.
No,
I didn't like his last 3.
Last Jedi should have been his last film. I mean, it's the worst Star Wars movie out of all of them.
He doesn't even like
He
Star
killed.
Wars.
He killed the biggest hero we have. You know, we're all waiting for Luke Skywalker to be on the big screen again, and Ron Johnson was like, you know what?
It didn't make any sense. It was a bad film.
Okay,
What else you got in the cards?
that's it about what you had. I have a
Let's keep
stack
going.
of cards, and all you had is like,
Yeah, or we're gonna explore that. I think we can just keep it a little looser.
Okay.
You're very structured today.
I'm not very structured.
You're very structured today.
Well,
what we?
I just, I come prepared. Like, for example, there's a good amount of time in my life where I wore a condom all the time. All the time.
Yeah,
'Cause you
let's talk
never
more
know.
about that.
Well,
How
you
many
know-
times?
No, it brought me to an invention, and I love inventions. You know, I like that. Reusable condom. Wear it all the time. Reuse it all the time. You just gotta wash it.
That's
I'll
the worst
clean it out.
invention.
Why's that?
That's an awful invention.
How's that awful? You only gotta buy one.
Why would you? It's not one of the things you want to buy one of.
Well, yeah, if it's reusable.
Do you know? So you gotta re-lube it every time. I know you. This is.
I didn't make it yet.
So what would you do when you wore a condom? You just had a flaccid condom. It doesn't even stay on when you're flaccid.
No, you gotta like those hair nets. You just like double it around, so it tightens. It depends on the girth.
Yeah, but then if you got erect, it would get too small.
No, that's what I mean. So like a rubber band. If you want to make it tighter, you like do like a loop. So you just unloop it when it gets hard.
So you just shove your hand down the middle of your pants to
Okay.
unloop it in the middle of the day.
Well, this brings me to my next thing.
Yeah.
If I had intercourse with a heroine, can I say I did heroin?
I'm not pooing. Like this is. You
That's
could.
all.
I mean, you could say that
Why? You haven't had an answer yet?
again.
Yeah, it's baffled you.
So
It's baffling to me
so you just.
because technically I did heroin, and people be like, "You ever done heroin?" And I say yes.
You're just gonna like
Do you want
roll
what?
your dick around in like a bag of heroin.
Why you have to get into the details? I'm just saying, if I had intercourses,
My
with
favorite thing is that, but
like
like,
Wonder Woman.
but like yesterday, he's like, we got to keep the show cleaner this week. It's like,
That's
what if I had sex with heroin?
No, no. See, I said cleaner, and what did I use instead of the word sex? Intercourses.
Thank you for that.
What meat would you choose if your clothes had to be made of meat?
That's actually a very interesting question.
Thank you.
That's actually the first good question you've
Wow,
had this
1
night.
out of 20.
This is a really good thought experiment.
Thank you.
Yeah. What kind of meat? I think I would go with a ham.
So why would you choose ham?
Honestly, like imagine an ham armor. That would be fresh. Imagine like a chain mail of just ham on your body.
You wouldn't wear leather?
No, I want like a plate mail.
So okay, so like it's like literal meat.
Yeah, we were talking about this is like
Yeah,
you-
I just thought like, cause like technically leathers from like
that's not meat. That's skin.
yeah, I guess that's true.
It's very different.
Yeah. Do you think like vegans like would have a problem with it?
They have a problem with everything fun.
Okay, let me just on that note, I met a girl.
Yeah.
I met a real girl.
Huh.
She's real. No,
Okay.
just before you get on me for that.
Fact checkers.
No, no,
Get on this.
no, no. I met a
Okay.
real girl
Okay.
after comedy, just like 2017.
Yeah.
Yeah, 2017. She said, I think she was a comedian. She's trying to make a joke, maybe. No, she wasn't a comedian. And she came up to me and she said, I'm a vegan, so I don't swallow cum.
I will say I appreciate her commitment to veganism. I might not agree with the lifestyle, but I appreciate that level of commitment.
I
to
thought
something.
you were going to ask, well, so does she like hold it in her mouth and then.
Yeah, that's what she would do. What else would she do? She'd spit
Well, I
it
don't
out.
know. I think vegans can't even have it in their mouth. So, like, that's my question. It's like, well, what's the difference between swallowing the sea
Well, she's
man
ingesting it.
and well, what's the difference between swallowing a sea man and putting a big ship in your mouth?
Well, you didn't swallow it.
Yeah, but it's in your mouth.
But you didn't swallow it.
But it's in your mouth.
You're getting way too sexy with the in your mouth part. You're really dropping. I don't know why you have to say that in the Barry White voice.
Okay. Have you ever peed or pooed in a pool? No, in a pool. No, on a pool table. No, intercourse in a pool table. Yeah.
Pee or poo on a pool table or intercourse on a table?
Yeah, all of them. Yeah. Not at the same time.
You know what? I have a question for you. Retort on that one.
Oh, okay.
This is I think an important question to ask people.
Okay.
Have you ever shit your pants?
Yes, I have.
Yeah. How did it
Yes,
happen?
I have. I was first grade.
Yeah.
And we were sitting Indian style. Right, I'll never forget. It's very memorable, traumatic.
Core memory. It sounds like it was made.
It was triggered.
Yeah.
So we're sitting by the window. We had this little window, Greens Farms, Connecticut. Lights coming through the window. Remember Anthony's sitting next to me. And he's talking, about whatever, I can't remember. And it's just the way you sit Indian style as a kid, things move around. And I had a lot of food that day.
Yeah.
And we're laughing, we start laughing a lot.
Yeah.
A lot. And then Mrs. O'Donnell comes in, and she goes, all right, jumping jacks. Everybody starts doing jumping jacks. So I'm laughing, doing jumping jacks. And as I sit down to get back into Indian style.
Oh, no. No. Yeah. What other kids say? They're freaking out?
No. Nobody heard it because we were laughing so loud.
Yeah.
And I was like, this is great. In my head, I'm like, thank God they couldn't hear it. But then I said, what do I do now?
Yeah.
I got shit in my pants.
Yeah.
And it wasn't like diarrhea. It wasn't like, it was hard little pebbles.
Yeah.
Like a dog. What I ended up doing is when nobody was looking, and everybody got up, stuck my hand in there.
No, you didn't.
Okay. It's traumatic.
Please tell me you put it on the desk. You just stuck it on the desk like a piece of gum.
It wasn't the desk. We had a bookshelf. We had a bookshelf, and there's a little slab on the bottom of the bookshelf, And so I just went, and I stuck it
You stuck it.
under the bush. And I shit you not. See what I did there? Shit you not? Because you got that right.
Yeah, I got you.
Yeah. Miss O'Donnell, at the end of the day, it's like cleaning up, right? We all have to clean up. That was a big thing. First grade, everybody's cleaning.
Yeah.
And Miss O'Donnell, because we were all working out there, jumping jacks and laughing, she's cleaning up, putting the books back. I could see her. I'm having a panic attack. I'm going, there's no way. There's no way she's going to find it, you know? She looks, and she starts smelling under the slab. And I'm going, don't do it, you know, because everybody's still there.
Yeah.
And she sticks her bare hand just to see like what it is, you know? And I'm thinking, I don't know what she thinks it is. She sticks her hand, she goes, scream, "Ah, what?" And she goes, "Who did this? Who did it? Who did it?" And she's looking around, and you know, I'm thinking, okay, just say it was the hamster. And I'm looking around, I go, oh, that's the other class I'm in. We don't have a hamster in this class. And for that, she gave everybody in our school, it was bad if you got a pink slip.
Yeah.
That meant you were bad.
Yeah.
And a blue slip meant you were good.
Yeah.
She said everybody's getting pink slips because nobody would fess up to it.
Yeah.
You know, nobody saw me do it. And I held that secret for the rest of my life until just now. Actually, I just realized Miss O'Donnell's gonna, if she ever heard this, she'd be like, I knew it.
Yeah.
It was Franklin. It was the amount of fear I felt in the moment where her hand was like reaching in right beneath the slab, and I could just imagine her touching the poo. You know, like in her head. Oh, horrible. But yeah, so I shit my pants. Yeah. But
how great would it be if you
I
just
took it out.
smushed it between 2 pages of a Clifford the Red book,
I was saying,
Redhead Dog book.
but
Someone
see,
open the page, Clifford is just like a massive turd.
but like the thing was, like I didn't want to disrespect anything. You know, I felt bad about it. It was a mistake. I was laughing, having fun, and you know, popped out. You know, what could I do about it except hide it? You know, I guess I could have put it in a tissue, gone outside. Like
No,
a
you
real
were in
dog.
too deep at that point. This
Yeah.
your only exit was
Into-
hiding it under. You're hiding it under.
I thought it was pretty
You're
clever.
lucky it was dry.
I thought it was clever. I couldn't believe she found it. But it smelled.
It smells. Yeah, I think that's how you got it. There's raw feces under the. I shit my pants like as an adult.
That's the worst.
Yeah, you know,
How did you remedy that situation?
I was luckily at home.
Oh, that's nice.
I took like a new I took some new workout supplement or something, and it had caffeine in it, and I was meditating, and I was just
Whoa, wait. You're meditating?
yeah, I took it like in
Do
the
you
morning.
meditate?
Yeah, I meditate.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah, I was thinking meditate. I was gonna go work out,
Yeah.
and then while I was meditating, I just got I felt a fart coming,
Yeah.
and I just let it out, and
Oh,
it was
you're
wet.
like,
it went right away.
That's not a fart.
It's like, oh, it's not a fart.
It's like that moment.
I got too zen.
It's amazing, like the realization, self-realization you have
Yeah.
when you realize in that split second where you fart and it's actually
Oh,
actually
the tear.
solid.
Oh, the
Yeah,
panic.
you're like, oh god.
Oh, it's
Yeah,
like a, it's
yeah,
like a.
that's not
it's a-
good.
Yeah, the chakras aligned meditating and they turned brown. That's what happened.
If you sleep in a bag, like just any bag, is it now considered a sleeping bag?
Yes, 100%. That would make sense. I like the logic on that one.
Thank you. How much money does it take to buy money? If you had to have intercourses with a ghost, what kind would it be?
That was the plot of that American Horror Story, the first season.
You're kidding.
Yeah, the girl sleeps with a ghost and gets pregnant.
Have you ever seen that the fish fucking movie?
No. what-
Aquaman?
I got really worried there for a second. Aquaman would be your favorite. You would love to be able to talk to sea
No,
turtles, wouldn't you?
No, it's called Shape of Water.
I didn't watch any. I watched Aquaman. Aquaman was okay.
They actually made a movie based on Aquaman. It's called Shape,
Shape
of Water.
Yeah, it's fucking. That was probably. Did you watch that movie? You're like, man, I wish I was the fish. Or
I watched that movie. I've been holding on to that joke since I saw that movie.
should have held on it a little longer. I got a question for
Oh, you do?
I have a question for you for I have stuff. You're just breezing through your cards.
What? You just told me to.
Yeah, we just talk, you know what I'm saying? We have enough content.
Okay, all right. Let's just,
I have a question for you.
yeah.
Would you rather eat poop pudding chocolate flavored poop, or would you rather eat poop that tastes like chocolate?
Can I have both?
Why?
Why not? Because then it's like kind of getting the best of both worlds.
Henry, the worst of both worlds.
Yeah, but like that's relative, isn't it? Because like some poop probably tastes pretty good, and they even say there's nutrients.
Are you saying Miss O'Donnell should have taken a bite back in the day? Is that what you're saying?
Kim Kardashian, she said, she would eat her own poop if it would make her live longer, and so like that's not the same thing.
You know they're actually doing like a therapy where they put people's poop in their butts.
Why poop comes out of the butt?
Yeah, they're putting like if you have a messed up gut biome, they take someone with a good gut biome and they put their poop in your.
No, I think you can breathe out of your butt.
You can definitely not breathe out your butt.
Yeah, they're making that a thing.
Who's making that a thing?
Since COVID.
Was it the Kardashians? Are they not making a thing? It's not how your butt's not connected to your lungs. Your butt
No, it's
and
not
your.
true. It's not true. There's like science behind it. And
There's
like
no science behind
biological.
it. This is
biological things.
This is a YouTube conspiracy video.
Uh,
I have another good question for you.
Okay. Yeah.
All right. This is a great question.
Okay.
This is a real thought experiment. Excuse me.
You're excused.
Would you rather have to fight 2 chickens every time you open a car door, or fight an orangutan once a year, but you get a sword?
Wait, what?
Would you rather have to fight 2 chickens
Okay.
every time you open a car door? So every time you open a car door, 2 chickens appear,
Okay.
and they want blood.
Okay.
Or you fight an orangutan once a year,
Okay.
but you get a sword against the orangutan.
Once a year, you get a sword with a orangutan. Okay. Okay. So when I open the car door, chicken want blood, and I have no weapons.
You have no weapons.
But with the orangutan,
Yeah,
I have a sword.
you get a sword.
It's obvious.
Awful. When you're picking.
The chickens, obviously.
Awful choice.
No,
No,
the
you pick the
orangutan.
chickens. You pick the chickens.
Yeah, that's what I
That's the
picked.
correct answer.
Yeah, that's one. Obviously.
Yeah, that's the one you pick.
Why is that the good one?
Yes, because it's you have a
You-
0% chance
Chance of
dying to
dying
chickens.
with chickens, exactly.
But with the orangutan,
Orangutans,
you know how strong an orangutan is?
very weak.
They're very strong.
No, I was really gonna pick that one
Well, okay. Why would you pick the orangutan?
because you have a sword.
Yeah, but you don't need anything. You just stomp on a chicken.
No, you can't.
You can 100% just stomp on a
Have
chicken.
you ever tried to fight a chicken?
I could
I
win.
have.
I could.
I lived on a farm. You didn't. Chickens.
I've been on a
are-
farm before. None of those
Yeah.
chickens could even mess with me.
That's
if they
not.
wanted to.
You ever met an aggressive chicken?
Have you ever seen an orangutan? There's a video of an orangutan just picking up
No.
a guy with
Why
one
would
arm.
I ever see an orangutan? I don't live in a zoo.
Also, do you know how to use fight with a sword?
Yeah, you just swing it.
That's another thing. What are you gonna do when you're 80 and an orangutan comes at you with a sword?
I swing the sword,
You're gonna die.
or I just hold it like this so it falls on me.
It's not gonna work.
Why wouldn't that work?
You would 100% die.
Maybe we'd both die and it'd be
No, that's that.
All right. Well, let's do a couple more then,
Okay.
because I had some good ones.
Yeah, let's do one more and we'll wrap it up.
Okay. All right. How about this?
Yeah.
What 3 items would you take if you were shipwrecked on an island of wizard lizards?
Wizard lizards.
3 items.
3 items. A gun.
Okay.
Water
Okay.
and food. That's what I would take.
That's worse. Why? None of that would help you.
I could shoot a wizard.
You didn't say there are bullets in that gun. You just
It was
said
implied. The
no,
gun was gonna
no,
have ammo.
No, nothing's implied.
It was
here.
implied.
This is a
Clearly, that's
specific
clearly what
question.
I implied.
That's like saying no. That's it's like saying something that would be.
Actually, I
comparable.
change. Instead of food, I would
You
bring
can't
like I
change
bring a
it.
Nintendo Switch.
It's too late.
One more, then we're done. But that was
Okay.
I,
You didn't like that one?
I had to, that's a tough
Ye-
question, honestly.
Okay. Well, I got a good one. Uh, okay, this is current. Um, do you think you would survive in the octopus games?
Squid Games.
Octopus.
It's Squid Games.
Same thing.
Um,
In a squid and octopus?
no, it's different.
Okay. Do you think you could survive in the squid octopus games?
It's possible.
Do you don't like
How
that
about
one?
you? How do you think you would do in the Squid Games?
Oh, I'd die. First one.
I think I get to the second round.
Yeah?
Yeah. I didn't play in those games growing up. They were tough games. Is it like an American Squid Games or is it like a Korean Squid Games?
I don't. They didn't make an American Squid Games.
Okay.
All right. Well,
We had a great podcast today. I thought it was a lot of fun. I think we learned a lot about each other.
I think so too.
We're available. Spotify, iTunes, all that good stuff.
Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Amazon Music, Google Podcasts. Check us out on TikTok.
The Franklin and Cyrus Show on all platforms.
No, Franklin Cyrus Pod.
Franklin Cyrus Pod on all platforms.
And
And
that's it.
if you will listen to the podcast, rate it, please. Thank you.
Yes, please give us 5-star rating and great reviews, and you may win a actual vision board to put your visions on. Thanks very much.
It's been great. Have a great night.